Hey guys, Joshua Gamer here, and today we're doing part 5 of What If Izuku Was Leon S. Kennedy. So, where we last left off was when pretty much Izuku proposed in front of Toga and other students. Well, the other 3 bullies that were bullying Toga, and also pretty much one of them is just almost like gonna turn into a stalker soon. But don't worry, it will be important later on. I will tell you what later on, don't worry. But pretty much, Izuku made a bit of a kind of like a fake reason, well, not completely fake, but a fake reason that they have to go to America. It's mostly because they're gonna go to a family reunion in a way, which is for him. He in the government, he does kind of have like a bit of family there, but like which he sees as families, like younger brothers, cousins, like that. So pretty much, I digress. They pretty much went to the U.S. They packed their things. They went to a private jet, which Toga is confused why. And then she saw a limo, and Izuku knew that they had to go in it, which Toga was a bit nervous. And pretty much this is when she for the first time ever meets the U.S. president. I forgot the president's name. So if you guys don't mind, please put his name in the comment. And also, I forgot his daughter's name. Wait, let me go search it up. I'll be back. Ashley, there we go. I searched it up, yes. But I digress. So pretty much, Izuku and I digress, and we continue to where we last left off. Where Izuku and Toga and Eri are just enjoying the ride, and Eri sees Candy, with Eri just going towards it, with Toga not noticing because she's kind of nervous meeting someone that's very important for the state. So, and the president noticed this, and he asked, hello, Leon. May I ask who is this young woman? With pretty much Leon just blushing a bit, saying, well, this is my fiance. And pretty much just holding her hand to make her feel comfortable and not nervous. Which she is a bit more calm, but not completely. And Izuku told her in Japanese to introduce herself. She says, hi, I think it was Himiko Toga, right? I think. I don't remember. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Please tell me in the comments if I'm saying her name right. But I digress. Pretty much, she was able to say her name in English, with the president saying hello, pretty much saying hello, and pretty much asking of how they both met, and how Izuku took a liking to Toga in just a few months, just like 3 months, let's say. And pretty much Toga just said that she doesn't know. It's just, I guess we just clicked easily. It's things, to be honest, I felt like it's been years actually instead of months. Time just flies, really. So pretty much Izuku translates of what Toga said to the president, which the president thinks that's pretty sweet of Toga, like caring for Izuku. Well, Leon. And pretty much them getting to talking, of course, Izuku being the translator for Toga and the president. And then pretty much they hear like rustling. And then both Toga and Izuku, all 3 of them, Toga, Izuku, and the president, actually look to where the sound is coming from. And then they see Eri just taking one bag of candy. Let's say it's chocolate. Chocolate bag of candy, let's say. And Toga just says, Eri! And Eri just looks at her saying, did I do something wrong, Mama? So innocently. And Toga says, you have to ask nicely. Never take things just like that, okay? You always have to ask. So you have to ask the president. With Eri just looking at her confused but saying, okay. And she looked at the president and then bowed saying sorry. And pretty much Izuku translated for her, saying that if she can have the candy, and she's sorry for taking it just like that. Which the president just says it's fine, and you can take as much as you like. You three are my guests. With pretty much Toga, Toga is kind of nervous because she's the guest of someone very powerful and important. So pretty much and Eri, sorry, Eri got excited. She was able to have candy, so she went to go sit back down next to Izuku, and pretty much Toga just pretty much carried Eri, and then sit down and just put Eri on her lap, and they enjoyed the rest of the ride pretty much. And then pretty much Izuku asked if you'd like later when they find a hotel to live in for a bit, they can go look at the training grounds where he had to be, and also stayed for a bit when he was training for the government. Let's say it's it's not actually near the government, like Area 51 or anything. I don't know where it is, but to training agents. Sorry, my mind is not working correctly today. But I digress. So pretty much, Toga said, "Is it okay?" Looking at the president and asking if it's okay. Izuku also, of course, Izuku translated it to the president, which the president said that it's fine. Besides, he was wondering if there's any progress for the next generation, or if there's any good, to see if there's any, to see if there's any good people that can partner up with Leon here. So pretty much, mostly partner up as in just being their partner in job, you know what I mean, kind of like a cop has a partner there to help them, kind of like that, like a working buddy. I'm just gonna call it a working buddy. Screw it, deal with it if you don't like it. But I digress. So pretty much of course, Izuku and Toga are taken pretty much let's say they are taken to the White House, with Izuku asking if what's the job, because of course Izuku is here for the job, not to visit his dad, sadly, but he does give him a few calls. He does call him, letting him know that he's still alive and he's doing fine, but he hasn't told that he's engaged. He wanted to surprise him after the mission, because first he came here as quickly as possible because he has to do a mission with some of the people that he taught to fight, self-defense and everything, how to fight even without quirks, or how to use your quirk precisely, stuff like that. Let's say it's going to be a very difficult bodyguard, and also after that mission they actually have to get information, let's say. So pretty much, it's kind of it's not going to be at the same time, but they have to change. They pretty much have to bodyguard someone important that will give them information about the Umbrella Corporation, and pretty much after they get the information, they try to get the person, they bodyguard the person and get them to a safe area, a safe house, pretty much. And once they get the information, they try to give the copy of the information to the U.S. government, so they can actually destroy the Umbrella Corporation, because they are trying to get the Umbrella Corporation out of the U.S., but there's hidden places, it's almost remember the hidden lab, where they pretty much what was his name again? Sorry, I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry. It's pretty much. Sorry, wait. Let me just search it up. I remember now. It's Overhaul. So pretty much when the Overhaul, or pretty much saving Eri, which came early. So it's gonna be like that. They're gonna be they're hiding under houses, having laboratories, and also some stores, stuff like that. And pretty much they know that they pretty much have a conspiracy, mostly like a theory that Umbrella Corporation isn't completely out of the U.S. They're mostly like hiding, in hiding, like in secrecy. So pretty much, Izuku understands that it's a very important mission because he actually hates the Umbrella Corporation for doing what they did to people, to pretty much the Raccoon City, which the president understands why. But then pretty much, and then Izuku is pretty much taken off to go to the mission, which before he does, before he goes and leaves the door, let's say Eri and Toga were there. They didn't hear. They were like outside the office, let's say, and they were pretty much nervous. Well, mostly Toga. Eri was just playing on Toga's phone, or just let's say instead of playing, let's say she was watching like cute little kid shows. Let's say, since she is an innocent girl, pretty much Toga just being nervous. With Toga hearing the door being opened, she sees that it's Izuku. Just mostly sees Leon walking, with pretty much Toga saying, "Leon," before like making him stop. With Leon looking at her saying, "Don't worry, I'm gonna be back safely. It's just a simple a bodyguard and information mission. So don't worry about it. I'll be fine, and I'll come back home. Do you still have the key card?" Pretty much the key card is for their home to be opened and stuff like that. With Toga saying, "Yeah," and Izuku says, "Okay, I'll tell some friends to go with you if you get scared, okay? And if there's no one, if for any reason there's no one there, or you feel very uneasy, like someone's gonna attack you or anything, take this number, call this number, okay?" With pretty much Izuku giving her a number, and Izuku telling him, "Just say my name and say your relationship with me, and they'll understand the importance, okay? Understand? And only use this number for in case of emergencies. Understood? And it's not just 911, okay?" With Toga saying, "Okay," pretty much her being scared. With Eri not knowing this, and she sees that Izuku is leaving, with her yelling out, "Papa, wait!" With, of course, Izuku just hearing Eri, and there's like a little nickname of him thinking to calling her, and it's like Little Ruby. "Okay, my little, what's wrong with my little Ruby?" Eri's, it's just a little nickname, cute little nickname that he called Toga, no, not Toga, sorry, Eri, because it's like his daughter, like when you're like, your parents, like those moments, like your parents gave you like little nicknames, So pretty much, Izuku gave Eri a nickname. Sorry if you're hearing anything in the background. It's just that it's really cold outside right now, so I just closed the window. So pretty much, I digress. So pretty much, Izuku just gets a hug from Eri and says, "Come back safe, okay, Papa?" Izuku just pretty much patting her on the head, saying, "Don't worry, I'll be fine, and take care of your mom for me, okay?" With her looking back at Toga and her saying, "I'll be a hero, and I'll be strong, just like you, Papa, and protect Mama." With both Izuku and Toga smiling, with both of them chuckling, with Izuku just saying, okay, my little Ruby warrior, but be better than me, okay?" Pretty much putting up his fist and like the Vic, kind of like that, like saying, "Get ready and take care, okay?" And pretty much with Eri saying, "Yes." Of course, during this, Eri has more confidence in herself. She does care for the people that surround her. Of course, throughout these very few months. And you guys might think that 2 months is too little. To be honest, you don't know how much time you would be like, if you just stayed in the same room, like, this is like an example. If you just stay in the same room and nothing changes, would you go crazy in like very few weeks? Yes, you would. So, and a lot happens. Like, time goes fast, and you change sometimes with time. So, let's say Eri changed. So, pretty much, yeah. But I digress. Izuku went to go on the mission, pretty much bodyguard someone that was actually ex-Umbrella employee, but also a Raccoon City survivor. Well, she's not the only one, too. Which Izuku is shocked and surprised. And he says, "What? Really? Are there any others? Where are they? You need to tell me now." With some of the other students understanding why he's acting like this, it's because he's one of the survivors too, but he wasn't able to save anyone else. So, and also, the person says, yes, I'm one of the survivors, and the other survivors, I don't know where they are. But there's there's something that I've heard from very few survivors that were barely able to escape Raccoon City. I was able to meet up with them, but with Izuku saying, what type of rumors? With her pretty much looking both sides, and just Izuku saying, what's wrong? With her, like, signaling to get a bit closer, what Izuku hesitantly does, she says, there's a so-called legend that when Raccoon City was destroyed, only one thing appeared. Before it got destroyed, they saw someone with red eyes and really, really dark hair with red on the tips of her hair, but every time she got angry. But then, I don't know, but then that thing, it ran out, it cried out a giant roar that it felt like shook the earth. Believe it or not, I was barely able to escape and I still heard the roar. I don't know if you did too. With Izuku wondering, did he? He doesn't remember, because mostly the roars that were happening were the ones from William Birkin and also the Mr. X. So pretty much, and also the explosion. So I don't know. I was going through a lot of things, and I don't think I was able to hear it. With her saying, okay, but anyways, there's this legend that some of the people made when they thought they heard the giant cries, that it's the ghost of Raccoon City. They say that ghost that appeared from the rubbles of a destroyed city that was wiped off the map holds the wills of the dead. But in reality, I know exactly who that is. With Izuku saying, what? With pretty much Izuku saying, tell me now! I need any bit of information that can ruin Umbrella right now. With the scientist kind of scared, with the Izuku saying that she's shaking a lot, and him saying, you can tell me, I promise. With the girl kind of saying, did you promise to not... Do you promise to protect me? Izuku saying, yes, why? What's wrong? With the woman saying, if you promise me that, then I'll promise to give you any information I have about the Umbrella Corporation so you can destroy them. With Izuku saying, okay, but I have a question that's been bothering me. With the woman saying, please, ask away. I'll be as honest as I can. With Izuku just taking a seat, the other guy is just blocking the door. With pretty much the woman saying that, he turned into a serious tone, being a bit more nervous. Izuku saying, may I ask what made you change your mind? You had everything. You can create anything you want. You had all the money and power in the world. What made you desert that power? Why would you do it? Please, I'm curious. With the woman saying, have you ever heard the saying, curiosity killed the cat? With Izuku replying saying, but salvation brought it back. with the woman just laughing, saying, "Huh, good answer." But for to the answer to your question is that I'm done with all the things did in we did. Raccoon City wasn't the first place nor the last, but I'm just done with it. I want to live a peaceful life. I want to live and have a family of my own now. And seeing of what I did, I know I can never redeem myself. And I think I'm asking too much just by living a normal life. Or just asking for a family. I know it's too much. Even God won't even give me that salvation. It's just too kind. With Izuku saying, who knows? People that truly regret it get the best second chance of their life that they ask for. But that depends on how much you want to repent your redemption. I don't judge you. I only want to understand why you did those decisions and what happened, why you decided to abandon all the other things that you did and try to start anew. But I'm going to tell you this from experience. Your past doesn't leave or just fly off into dust. It will catch up to you one way or another. No matter what way, you'll try to escape, you try to run, you try to hide. No matter what you try to do, it will not leave you. It will try to catch up to you, and when it does, reality will strike hard. And everything you have at that time, you will lose just like that. With the woman just looking down, saying, I know, and I deserve what's coming to me. So the only thing that I can think of is by doing this, giving information to the people, knowing, pretty much exposing Umbrella. Because if I don't, the world might go to shit even more. And everything that happened in Raccoon City, it might happen everywhere in the world. With Izuku saying, yeah, it's gonna happen sooner or later, and I know that for a fact. With the woman confusing, what do you mean? With Izuku saying, there was a lab of Umbrella in Japan. I stumbled across it with other pro heroes. They don't know who created the lab, but only I do. So, and don't worry, I destroyed every single bit of research there, so they cannot start with it, and they're gonna have to start from square one on that part. But I don't think that was the only one in Japan. There might be more. I don't know where and how to look for them. So, you are my only chance and only clue and key, maybe even the key to stopping this. So, I want to ask you right now, if you want to redeem yourself, help us find a way to look for the hideouts of the Umbrella Corporation. Because they won't go out on the public. They're now on the dark web. And the woman saying, wait, how do you, with Izuku saying, having secret hideouts, pretty much looking like a villain lair, not being in public for years by now. That's just saying that they're hiding in the shadows. It's like plain obvious that they're supervillains right now. And also, they've always been they're pretty much doing damn well at it for being supervillains and hiding every single little nook and cranny of information that they have on them. Even destroying some of the people working for them. With the woman scared, saying, I understand, but you know what? Fuck it. Pretty much, then she just slams the table down, and the guy kind of jumps that was guarding the door. Then pretty much removing her hand, and then there's a USB there. With Izuku confusing, why do you, and also it has the Umbrella logo on it. With her saying, that contains every information that I know of, and also, I'm not a higher up, so you're limited with the amount of information. Here is the amount of projects that I was part of. sadly. And also, the information about the girl, it'll have more information about everything that you can know of, but it's still limited. You can know the basic things. You can see of what changes, what the structure of the DNA structure changes, what to do, and besides, I, this isn't what I signed up for. With Lansing, what do you mean? You signed something what did you want? What did you think you would do? With the woman just laughing, saying, "You think I was just there for the money and power? No, I'm quirkless, and I bet you don't understand too. I wanted to help the quirkless people because we were pretty much shown like we're shit, we're trash. I can't handle being treated like that anymore, and I think you would understand too. So I thought maybe doing this, maybe like doing genetic things like this, we can actually help the quirkless, and be even footing with people with quirks, but be more powerful. Not like, you know what I mean, right?" With Izuku just shaking his head, saying, "Yes, I truly do understand what you're just saying here. You wanted to help the others in your own special way by changing their genetics and giving them abilities, kind of like how the virus changed them, but able to not harm them, if I'm trying to understand correctly." With the woman saying, "Yes, but everything went to shit, and I got dragged into things I wish I wasn't. I didn't do, and fucking regret everything that I did there. Even God wouldn't give me a second chance, I bet, even if I did this." And then instantly, they pretty much, Izuku says, "I don't know, but who knows? We don't know for sure. So come on, let's get you to the safe house or somewhere else." Instantly, Izuku and the other agent that was taught by Izuku, instead of just calling him like the student, Izuku's student, I'm just gonna make up a name, and let's say it's it's a woman. Let's say the student is a female. Okay, it's gonna be gender equality here. Okay, so pretty much, let's say her name is Alexa. Let's say. So pretty much Alexa says, "I understand why I see why you're the best at this and why we needed you here, sensei, or teacher." With Izuku saying, "Don't call me that. Right now we're temporary partners. So just call me partner or just Leon. It's fine. You don't have to be so polite." With Alexa saying, "But you're my teacher. You taught me things that I needed to know, and you got me into the right path and got me out of a dark place. So it's the least I can do." With Izuku just saying, "It's fine. You don't need to thank me. You just live the best to your abilities and enjoy life and with the people you have around you. That's all you need to do, and you don't have to repay me in any other way. Just live the life that you are living right now. Understand? After this is all over, go see your father." And I'm just going to give a bit of backstory for the Alexa, let's say. Alexa is pretty much had a rough past. Pretty much, it's mostly like, she had an abusive parent, which is her mother, because she was a drug addict and also an alcoholic. Her father is someone that was very busy, and pretty much every time when the father's away, the mother always abused Alexa, pretty much made her do everything, the chores, everything you can think of. Pretty much when the father figured this out, they of course divorced, and the father took custody of Alexa, which things were getting better, but the trauma was still there with her, but she never decided to tell her father. She was always nervous. She didn't want things to get worse for him because he was already working really hard. So she decided to become an agent because she wants her father to live a better life. But ever since and also she gets bullied too. Alexa's been living hell. She's been bullied, harassed, anything you can think of. And also, guys, if this is too much for you, you can just click off if you want. I won't judge you. I won't. Just click off if you don't feel comfortable with this. But I digress, and we can continue. With Alexa going through a lot, and then when she was able to go to high school and then pass college, and then able to have and was accepted to become an application for an agent, this is when the moment she broke down a bit because of pretty much seeing Leon for the first time. When Leon for the first time when she met him, she was confused of why a kid was there. But then when she saw Leon fight the arrogant guy, the arrogant guy is pretty much respectful towards Leon now. She kind of felt like respected Leon, but then pretty much felt inferior to him. She felt like she was nothing. But then Leon kind of noticed this reaction, and pretty much Leon talked to her, made her kind of lifted her spirits up, made her feel like she is something that's worth it. And pretty much the situation about her dad, and she's kind of nervous to say that because she lied to her dad that she was becoming someone that's gonna go around the world, pretty much just like working for a company, and that she's going on a business trip, pretty much, and she lied to him because she doesn't want doesn't want her dad worrying about her every time when she goes on a mission, because there's always a high chance of her dying. With Izuku thinking that it's not good to think of it that way. You have to be honest with your dad. She doesn't have to distance herself with the parent that raised her. Pretty much, of course, she kind of broke down and pretty much cried everything out, Every emotion, every anger, everything. Pretty much, Izuku was the shoulder that she was crying on. And of course, she did have a bit of a crush, but she didn't know that Izuku was already engaged. And I know this kind of sucks, but reality sucks too, but we deal with it, right? But I digress. With pretty much Izuku being someone of a friend, and also even like a brother to her, because she's a bit older than Leon, of course. So let's say 2 years older. With, of course, Leon helping them, trying to help everyone in his team, like his classmate, students, and also helping them on the same right road, pretty much helping them go to therapy, everything. Then we finished that quick flashback of Izuku saving Alexa. With Alexa blushing a bit, she says, Leon, after this mission, I kind of want to talk to you in private. With Leon saying, sure, is it because you want to talk to your dad, or you're kind of nervous about it? With Alexa says, you can say that, I guess. But with Leon just saying, it's fine. Everything will turn out fine. Just talk to him. Don't let your emotions control you. Just have a simple talk. And remember, my parents abandoned me. I don't remember much about. I kind of remember a bit about only about my mother, but I only remember her voice, but not her face. And that's when Leon puts his hand behind his neck and continues saying, and that's when I met my adopted dad, remember? He took care of me. He showed me what justice is. He kind of showed me what a good sense of justice is. And you can still help people even without powers, a strong quirk, or anything. You just have to show that with a strong sense of will, you can still save someone, That's when Alexa started smiling and blushed a bit more, saying, yeah, I understand. With Alexa thinking in her mind, saying, I guess this is the reason why I fell for you hard. And she just thinks, I hope you're not taken, because if you are, it would hurt, but I'm happy that you have someone with you. But hopefully, you're not taken. And then pretty much they go on mission. Pretty much taking the ex-Umbrella employee into the car, which is an armored car, of course, let's say. Pretty much they take her there and they drive. But unbeknownst to them, someone is following them. Sorry. So, and pretty much Leon remembers saying, "Wait, you haven't told me about who you really know." With the woman saying, yes, I forgot to tell you. Yes, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Her name is instantly when the car got hit extremely hard. And then pretty much when the car got flipped, the car was destroyed, and everyone sees this, and people start recording it, like, because they don't know what's happening. And pretty much Izuku and Alexa are stuck in the car. Instantly, Izuku was able to regain his consciousness quickly, looking around saying, "Where is she?" Ugh. And pretty much the car was upside down, and pretty much sees that it was destroyed. And they're lucky that they're still alive. And Izuku sees Alexa, which Alexa was actually driving the car. And pretty much Izuku says, "Alexa!" Ugh. And he feels a bit of a sharp pain on his chest, saying, "Ugh, I think I broken him. I think a rib's broken. Ugh." And then Izuku checks if Alexa's okay, which thankfully she is. She's just bleeding from her forehead, and a wound opened up in her forehead, and she's bleeding. Which Izuku says, "Thank God, she's alive." So pretty much Izuku takes out his trusty knife, which thankfully he always takes with him. And pretty much Izuku just gets himself out first, and then goes and helps Alexa. And then he looks around in the car, not seeing the ex-employee. And then he hears a loud scream saying, "Help!" That's when Izuku goes up and sees something right in front of her, with the woman saying, "Look, I'm sorry. Please, I'm trying to... What can I do to make it up? Please." How? With the voice saying, "You want to know a way to redeem yourself? I think I know a way for you to redeem yourself. It's to die." That's when the figure with a cloak puts out an arm, and then the arm turns into what looks like a spiky thing made out of flesh, or muscles, you can say. With Izuku saying, was about to run, but then instantly, Alexa pushes the figure away, which the spike barely grazes the ex-employee's cheek. And of course, the figure was aiming for the head. And then Izuku says, "What? When did Alexa get her consciousness?" And we go a bit of a flashback to when Alexa was gaining her consciousness, which was after Izuku, aka Leon, was able to pull her out of the car safely. And when Leon was pretty much going toward the screen, and also she regained her consciousness when she heard a scream. So pretty much, she also was getting up quickly, and then she saw the same thing, but she reacted because she wasn't in shock. She just thought of the mission first. And then instantly, she was in a fight, hand-to-hand combat fight with the mysterious enemy. With instantly, Alexa saying, "What do you want with her? What did she do to you? And besides, what's wrong with you? Why would you attack someone in the middle of the street?" in broad daylight, with the figure just putting up her head with red glowing eyes. And she said, "She's one of the reasons why my life is a living hell. The only reason why I'm still alive, and the reasons for me to live, is to destroy every single person in Umbrella." With Izuku just remembering that voice saying, "What? It can't be." Instantly, flashback of the girl with white hair and red eyes. He remembered seeing her and even fought against her a bit of a spar. And pretty much, and Izuku started running, saying, "Alexa, get out of there!" Instantly, Alexa just still facing the enemy, saying, "What? What do you mean?" With Leon saying, "Just get..." Instantly, Alexa got stabbed, but thankfully she was a bit faster to move. But sadly, she lost an arm. And Alexa used her fire quirk, let's say. Let's say she has like a bit of a fire quirk. Mostly like when she stares at something, she's able to, let's say it's kind of like lasers. But it's not like Superman's lasers, like instantly heat. It takes time, you know? The longer she stares at the person, the hotter the fire gets, you know? But it only works when she activates it, you know? So yeah, pretty much she does activate it when she loses her arm, which she just screams in pain, saying, "Ah!" Leon saying, "Alexa!" Instantly, Izuku starts running towards her aid, and she starts screaming in pain, saying, "Ah! Don't worry about me. Go get her. Go protect her." Instantly, he sees the figure running towards, like not running, slowly walking towards the woman, which is she's crawling away, and this is all happening in a big dust cloud. Instantly, Izuku starts running, with the figure hearing and got annoyed this time, but she was surprised seeing Leon, which kind of shocked her. And in that moment, Izuku took the window and pretty much, like he pretty much, like the drop kick thing. He did a drop kick in her face and pushed her pretty far, with Izuku saying, "It's you. How did you?" And this is when the girl said, "So, you're here too. I wish we were able to meet in different circumstances. So please, may I ask you to get out of my way?" With Izuku saying, "Sorry, but I can't do that." With the woman saying, "Why? Are you protecting the people that made this whole world a living nightmare?" With Izuku saying, "She's not one of them anymore. She decides to turn a new leaf. So, why don't you just give her a chance?" With the girl saying, "Why would I believe someone? Why would I take someone's word, huh? How can I know that she's lying? How can I believe your word? And if she lies, you know what happens to not just you, but her." Giving both of them bloodlust. With Izuku not sweating a drop. He's just extremely focused at this moment. But on the other hand, the woman was extremely frightened, with her yelling, saying, "Aurora, please forgive me. I'm sorry that I didn't do anything to help you. I regret that action till this very day. Please, what can I do? Anything." With Izuku turning back, saying, "What? Her name is Aurora?" With the woman saying, "Yes, she was one of the things that the Berlin Corporation was experimenting on her, seeing if they can change the quirkless person into something of a powerful god or being, you can say. Albert Wesker's one of the people that was able to. With the woman not talking anymore, with the woman now named Aura saying, "Huh? Where did you stop? I thought we were getting to know each other now, huh? But I guess you didn't say anything about me, huh? So I guess people don't change." With Izuku saying, "Stop!" Aura saying, "What do you want? Please move out of the way. I don't want to have to force you." Instantly, her arm turns into a blade, and she said, "Please, I don't want to hurt you. Besides, I heard you are engaged." With Izuku shocked, saying, "How did you?" With her saying, "Don't worry, I have my ways. But please move, or things are going to get a bit out of hand." With Izuku saying, "I have a way to make you believe that she changed." And then she said, "Okay, then show me the evidence," yelling back at Izuku in an angry tone. Instantly, he goes to one of his pockets and then pulls out a USB, which she was able to see, saying, just laughing, saying, "This is your evidence? Saying that some piece of trash like her was able to change?" Her pretty much laughing maniacally. With Izuku just calmly saying, "Look again." And then she just stopped laughing and just says, "Okay then, let's see." And she has this thing that which Izuku notices, that her pupils are like like May's quirk to be able to see far. It's kind of like that, but she was able to dilate her pupils to be able to see in greater distance. And then she gasps, saying, "Wait, is that a?" Izuku says, just smirk, saying, "So, you noticed, huh?" With her saying, "Is that really a..." With the woman saying, "Yes, it's a USB from some of the files that I was able to copy from what I know of. I wasn't that high in rank of the Umbrella Corporation, but it's enough to be able to bring down a few factions. And it's able to it's enough for them to be able to get Umbrella out of the US. And I swear to you, I will do anything in my power to be able to guide the government and to destroying the Umbrella Corporation. You have to believe my word. I promise this time I won't break any of our promises." With the girl saying, just pretty much just like tapping her feet faster and faster each time. Just kind of grunting, just like thinking if you should just let her live or die, and should kill both Leon and the woman. And then she just screams in frustration, "Ah, damn it!" Pretty much just destroys a rock. With the woman shocked. With Izuku not even shocked, because he knows how strong she can be. Because of course he fought her, which he got lucky in the first time. With the girl named Aura saying, "Fine, I'll let her live for now. But if she thinks of betraying anything, doing anything, any tricks or any mind games on me, or tries to trap me or does anything stupid, that's when I'll kill her. And I won't give any second thought, and I will kill anyone that's in my way." With Izuku just saying, "Okay, I won't stop you either if that happens." With the woman saying, "But you said you would." With Izuku looking back and giving her a glare and saying, this is insurance to make sure that you're in line. I won't boss you around, but I'm making sure that you don't try any tricks. I don't give you full trust, but I do know that you're telling the truth about you trying to get a second life. And hey, you want a second chance? You got it. See? Like I said before, we don't know for sure. So, would you take the second chance? Or are you gonna let her kill you? And pretty much the woman looks at Leon, and then at Aura. And then pretty much Aura just turns her hand into a blade. And her eyes turn like bright, like start like lighting red. And he just says, "Fine, don't worry. I'll take this second chance and I won't screw it up. Even if it kills me." With Aura saying, "I like to hear that. And I can see you grew a pair too. So, next time, if you need any help, here's this." Pretty much, Aura threw something to Leon, and Leon was able to grab it. And then she walks up to the woman, which is Alexa, which she is knocked out from pain. With Izuku saying, "What are you?" With her saying, "Don't worry." Instantly, there's this little red light that's happening. And then instantly she jumps away. The dust cloud is like pretty much out of the way. And then pretty much Izuku goes to Alexa where she is still unconscious. But then he sees that her arm is reattached. He doesn't know how she did it, but he's thankful. So then the woman just walks up to him saying, "So, did you mean every word of it?" With Leon just saying, "Yes, every single word. So, I recommend you not screwing this up." With her saying, "Okay, I won't. What can I do to help?" With him saying, "Well, I recommend you go to come with us then." With her just shaking her head saying, "Okay, but how are we?" With Izuku saying, "Don't worry, I have our backs." Instantly, there was someone that appeared with an armored car also. That's when Izuku walks up to it, and also the woman. And instantly, Izuku with Alexa pretty much unconscious, with the ex umbrella employee, with Izuku saying, "Let's go back to the agency, and I'll fill in boss on the way when we get back, okay?" With the agent saying, "Hey, if you say so, but you might get in trouble." With Izuku saying, "I'll bite the bullet. And besides, it doesn't matter right now. It's pressing matters right now. We have to, and besides, we did our job, so we didn't fail it, technically, since she's still alive." So, Izuku said, and looked back at her, asking, "You are gonna explain everything about her?" With Oro saying, with the woman saying, "Yes, I'm gonna explain anything that I know. I don't know the full extent of my knowledge. I don't know everything about her, but I do know the basics about her, if that makes sense." With Leon saying, "Okay, it's better than the present, so please tell me about Aurora." And that's where we're going to leave it off for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this What If. Please take care. Have a good day, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are. Please take care and have a lovely time. Love you guys. Bye.